usually I don't talk about this kind of stuff, but I feel like I have to go a different direction from time to time. I want to bring different elements channel, and once again, for the most part, I will say this much: this is a primarily black channel, and it's primarily for black people, melanated people. But I have people that are not black that is subscribed to my channel. Mark has been here since the in- inception of my channel, so shout out to him. But um, I wanted to talk about this situation that's going on with Boosie. Boosie seems to be under fire for basically not being able to decide on his own who he can have at his parties, at his functions. So, and I'm finna dive real deep into this, because I think this needs to be broken down. The black man is just under fire for whatever reason. We are always attacked. If we're not attacked by people that don't look like us, we're attacked by people that do look like us. Primarily, we are constantly attacked by our women, but these are the same women that expect us to marry them, start a life with them, and build a family. But at the same time, they don't want to show us just human decency, let alone decency. They don't even want to respect us as men. But in case you guys don't know, I put up this particular thumbnail for a reason, and I'm gonna break this down one by one. Now, if you look at the thumbnail, it's a picture of Epps, Little Boosie, and Chingy. Like I said, the black man is under attack. It's to the point now. Anything we do, our sexuality is put into question, and we are the only ones that get that shit get did to. It's always trajectory with us. And then at the same time, we say, you know what, we not even finna bother with this BS. We get attacked for that. Everything is a shaming tactic when it pertains to black men. But in case you guys don't know, I don't know if Bootsy has already had the function or is an upcoming function, but Bootsy um, was gonna have some kind of function at one of his houses. And a lot of times Boosie have a lot of functions at his house. I don't think that's his primary house, but he uses his house as a club sometimes, and has a lot of parties and stuff there. And it all started where a person from the alternative lifestyle community was talking about they need tickets and they want to come, and they asked, well, is okay for a trans person to come? And Boosie said no. So he said, no. And then all of a sudden you know, he became public enemy number one. And the thing that make me mad is the trajectory. Oh, the reason why he don't want him around is because no, that's not always the case. Once again, he can have whoever he wants to have at his own personal private parties. If Here's the thing, the people from the alternative lifestyle community have their own functions. They have their own get-togethers. You don't see us harassing them about coming to their function. Why is it so important to try to come in a space that a lot of people don't want you there? Just a couple of weeks ago, Osaka came under attack because basically uh, she had a get together for basically black people. And then people were like, well, why did she exclude everybody else? Because she wanted to provide a safe haven for people that look like her. And she didn't back down. People were demanding an apology for what? It's a private function, and she could have whoever the hell she wants to have there. And what I don't understand, people is getting online talking about black fatigue and all this kind of stuff. Well, that's the thing. If you tired of us, why do you want to be around us? You talk all this stuff about us, but then at the end of the day, you don't even want to be there. You just want to have the right because you're white. and you feel like you should be there just because you're white and you say so. How many things we got exiled from, that we that we were froze out from, that we wasn't allowed to be part of. How many country club memberships we were denied because of what we look like. We wasn't allowed to go to certain schools. We wasn't allowed certain type of benefits. We wasn't allowed to go to certain type of hospitals because of what we look like. But you complaining about a damn party that you don't probably want to be at anyway? Like, come on, let's just stop it. And this is what I mean by them like harassing. They only do this to black men. Anytime a black man, he could just say, hey, even he say, hey, I only like, I only, I date women. That's it. That's all. He get attacked for that. Don't you remember what got did to Genuine? A while back where that person from the trans community tried to kiss him, and he kept pushing the person off, which to me that was flat out sexual harassment. But he got attacked. They called him phobic. So now it's to the point to where us black men, we don't even have the right to be able to decide who we want to be with. And it get to the point to where you just be like, hey man, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this harassment. I'm sick of this bullying. I'm sick of this stuff. And then you got to think, if you Bootsy, what type of trouble or stuff could jump off? Let's just say this person gets in there and then she interacting with people and then something go down and this person withholds information and then there's some kind of altercation, or even worse, then they looking at Boosie. This falls all on him. And then you never know what a person's intentions are. They might be going there just to try to have a viral moment, trying to clout chase, or go there and then they lie on somebody. Look what happened to Chingy. Chingy's career was destroyed when Cindy Starr lied on him and said that they had some kind of personal affair, and then Sydney Starr admitted that it was a lie and got grilled about it. Never really formally apologized to Chingy, and Chingy's career was never the same after that. And if I was Chingy, I would sue that person for everything they have, but in all likelihood, the person didn't have no money, and that wasn't right. So you have to wonder what their intentions are, because the problem is now we live in a world where people be clout chasing, and they be clout chasing hard. Everybody is always looking for a moment to go viral. Everybody is over dramatic to a certain degree, from men to women to just everybody. Everybody is trying to look for a moment. So there you have it. And then don't you remember a while back? I cannot remember when this was, but this was a while back. Same thing happened to Mike Epps. You had this person that turned on their camera phone in front of Mike Epps and tried to lie on Mike Epps right in front of his face, saying, "Oh, Mike Epps refused to take a picture of me. Oh, because because I'm trans and all that kind." Now, Mike Epps could have said, from this point now, I'm good. I'm cutting everybody off. But luckily, the person got called out by everybody and said, "Hey, you lying. There were other people that live alternative lifestyle, and he took pictures with them. So why wouldn't he take so?" And then the person, when they got exposed for being a liar, of course, tried to play victim. Didn't want to say, "Okay, I was clout chasing." So that's the point that I'm trying to make about Chingy and what had Chingy and Mike Epps to a possible problem. If you thought the person could go there and just go there, be there, but then you never know, because people quick to turn on cameras and they may misinterpret something and they may just say something just like I said. And then it's hard to have those type of functions, because even when you tell people, hey, no recording, no recording. Well, that's the thing. Boosie has flat out said, "No, you can't come." But that's not enough. My thing is, why do you want to be somewhere where you're not wanted? The funny thing is, I'm in the Bay. They have their own districts. In Cisco, they have their own district called the Castro. They have their own districts, and black people as a whole don't even have their own districts. They get to have a parade every month. So they have their own space. That's what I don't understand. Why do they try to force their way and force ideology on everybody? They have to understand everybody is not into that. And that's their right for whatever reason, whether they just think it's wrong or religious purposes. You just can't make somebody just accept something if they don't want to. You can't, and that's why people have an issue with them, because they always trying to bully people. You have your own space. You have your own lanes to drive down. Why you have to try to, why do you have to drive in the other lanes when you already have your own lane? You at a point to where you can make your own movies, your own TV shows. You have your own. You have the resources there. Why are you trying to force your way somewhere where people may not believe in what you do? And then, of course, they try to project. That's their go-to move. Oh, well, because like I said, everything black men do, is questioned now. Some of them just think way too highly of themselves and think that somebody is waking up in the morning thinking about it. It's a simple no. And the person should be like, okay. But then they make videos but I've been seeing video after video by people talking, by them talking about Boosie. Oh, we don't care. We don't care. Okay, well, why are you constantly making videos about it? Why are you so bothered by it? Once again, they have their own functions. We're not asking to be part of their functions. Why is it that black men can't have something on their own without everybody trying to impose their will, trying to enforce their policies, their beliefs on people? Like I said, they only do this to black men. This is like, for real, this is crazy work. All kind of stuff could happen if Boosie allows that to happen. No telling what happened. Like I said, if one of them go there and they dishonest with one of them guys and something, and they do something, they don't tell the person, and then they don't tell the person till after something and jumped off, then guess what? Something to jump off. And then guess who gets the blame? The host, Boosie. Boosie is trying to create a safe space, and he doesn't have to have them there, especially when it's a private party. If it's a private party, a private function, you could have whoever the hell you want to have. Like I never understood sometimes about black people, why black people was fighting so hard to be around people that didn't like them. Why the hell were you fighting why the hell were you fighting to participate in wars and all that stuff and risk your life? People that don't even like you. The original goal was separate, equal. I want to be around them. And look at the trickle effect. To this day, still don't have really enough black owned businesses, but everybody else can come here and they can start businesses, get loans. We've been intentionally disenfranchised. Like I said, we tried to start our own communities. We tried to distance ourselves. We tried to separate ourselves from them after they told us to. And what did they do? Every time we tried to build our own areas, our own districts, we wanted to start our own local government, they had a problem with it. They came there and monkey wrenched it. They intentionally blew stuff up, flooded stuff. You know what I'm saying? Railroaded people out of places. So, like, talking to. It's like damned if you don't. And that's the true definition of supremacy, white supremacy. So I'm not the biggest Boosie fan in the world, but Kudos to him for taking a stand. And the thing is, he didn't moved on from it. He spoke on it, but they still talking about it. Like I said, move around, move on from it. Like I said, you have your own functions. You have your own, like I said, you have your own districts. We don't even have that as a whole, as black people. So enough said. I'll be back in 10 minutes.